All right, so here I am back at Tom's house. Now we're on the basement project now. I do not like making this little corner here. Coming down these stairs and then making this 180-degree turn. I'm sure he's got a fix for this. All right, let's come down here because I know he's been working on this stuff. You down here, Tom?
I'm down here.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, how you doing?
There he is. I'm good, Tom. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey, there's some framing up.
There's some framing up.
Wow.
It's tacked up.
Tacked up.
Yeah, nothing is cast in concrete at this point.
Oh, and you've got,
Other than
look at this. You've got other chunks of wood.
those are glued.
Glue.
Okay, and I may end up, depending on what the township says, I may have to also bolt them. I'm not sure that I want to drill through the steel unless they say it's okay.
Right.
So, for now, they're just glued up, but I mean, I don't think they'll ever.
And you're doing that because you know, come hell or high water, some boards are going to have to be underneath that beam, and something else is going to have to be done to it.
We need walls here. We need walls somewhere.
Gotta have
I
it.
originally intended to build my wall on this side and make these like soffits, or build a wall on the other side also.
Okay.
And when I started to do that, it was okay, except that when I got to the bathroom, I want the water closet in there. And if I do that, I lose about 5 inches of space.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have 5 inches to lose.
Okay.
So the way they laid this out, I mean, they had a lot different. They had the toilet coming out, the vanity over here, the shower here, and the rest of the basement empty. So,
Right. Right.
so you know, if they had just followed my instructions, we would have had a much bigger bathroom
I
up
see.
here. It would
And-
be nicer.
and the-
We'll
because-
make do with what we have.
Because of the plumbing where it is, and the desire, and which is well thought through, I think, to not want to have any of this deconstructed and moved, the bathroom configuration becomes something of an anchor point around the entire project.
It is the center post of that.
The center post of it.
Wherever the bathroom is kind of drives where
Okay.
you can put other things.
Okay.
I mean, you obviously want doors so you can get into the bathroom. You want them from the bedroom if you so choose, which I so choose.
So I'm looking at your board selection here. Are these 2x6s?
These are all 2x6s because the beam with the flanges is just around 5 3/4.
Okay.
Boards are 5 1/2, so the flanges do stick out just a little bit.
And of course, when you finally put wall board up here, it'll be on the outside edges of here.
It'll be on this side, and as they go down, it'll be all on both sides.
And on this side, it'll be over here.
Right.
So this post will just disappear inside the
The
wall.
idea is to make the posts go away in the sheetrock. Or
Right,
in this case,
right.
I may end up with a door here, and maybe this would be the end of it. You know, and whatever I choose to do, it will be covered by sheetrock.
So these boards here, well, now what are you using for glue? It's not super glue or Elmer's, right?
No, it's not school glue either. I use the liquid nails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that
Without-
adheres to both metals and woods and everything like that?
Here's everything. Your hands,
And the only
hair, your
thing
clothes.
you're concerned about is that they may ask you to drill into the steel, but that won't stop them having been, you don't have to take them down.
I won't have to take them down. I can't take them down unless I start again, and which would be very difficult to
Yeah, okay.
de-glue it.
And the ones up here are glued as well?
The ones, this one is glued, okay,
Yes.
and this is how I will do the walls underneath it.
I see.
And I make them
Okay.
kind of tight so that the wall is actually, you know, keeping that in place too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and when I'll take this down, and then this will be the only part left, and that's where I can screw it up if I need to.
Okay, okay.
This one is ready for its wall, and I moved down one because I only have like maybe 8 or 10 clamps that are just the right size, and you can actually
Right.
open and close them. I used to be able to do them with ease, but not so much anymore. It takes a lot of hand muscles. So once I have some wall under this, I'll take the clamps off and do the next piece down.
Okay. So the wall that I'm looking at, are you anticipating that the permit won't deny this for you and that wall will stay there?
I don't think the permit will deny anything that
Okay.
I do. And part of the reason is that I've worked in this township on basements a number of times. So I
Okay,
know
okay.
what they're agreeable to and what they aren't
Okay.
agreeable to. The second thing is, I sent over an email today with a list of questions. I just ask, do you need to do this? Can you do this? Get some answers back, and that way when you submit your permit's pretty complete and is going to be approved.
I'm sure you haven't heard back yet.
No. I probably won't hear back for a couple of days, but.
Now my eye comes over to this piece of wood and I trace it up. And what's that?
That's a nail.
I thought so.
Yeah.
So
There's
these
like
are
three
not
nails in them.
these are not screwed together?
No, those are all nailed together.
Oh, okay.
There's absolutely no reason, there's no way that they can separate.
Ah. Okay.
It's definitely faster and cheaper to nail them.
Okay.
So when you're building a structure that's not hanging on nails, feel free to use nails. If you're building a structure that is hanging on nails, use screws.
And you still use the nail gun?
I use a nail gun. I've got a nail gun over here on the floor. Kind of it's a framing nail, or what's it called.
Oh.
And yeah, it's kind of it's a fuel base. There's a fuel cartridge.
Oh, you had talked about that in the fireplace video.
And it weighs about 4 or 5 pounds. It's not light.
That's not, that you can build up a good wrist muscle that way, forearm muscle.
But that's what I use to build the walls. I build them on the floor.
Okay.
As I mentioned before.
And that fuel lasts for how many nails?
Who knows?
Okay.
Don't know.
Okay.
Less, and when it runs out, you go get another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a new one, so I don't know. And the old one I took out might still have some left in it.
So you had laid, just like we saw in the fireplace video, you had laid your boards down on the floor here somewhere.
Right where you are.
And you had you had positioned what you call the studs in between them, and once you were satisfied with them at the right angles and all the rest of that, you just nailed them.
Right. And I mean, if you've seen the fireplace one, then you know what I do. The top board, the bottom board, I put them together, sandwich them.
Yes.
Mark my studs. Transfer them across the boards.
Right.
So they're identical on both boards.
Right. Okay. But
That way, when you put it, as long as you put it up plumb, everything is perfect.
And if I remember, when you did that, you also marked the boards top and bottom and whatnot,
I marked the top and bottom
they
because
couldn't.
I don't want to.
Yeah, they couldn't get boogered up.
That one happens to be pressure treated. And
Oh, you mentioned that.
My questions I asked the township, I haven't got an answer yet. I will probably pressure treat everything around the outside. Use a pressure treat board on the bottom. And the reason being that obviously if they get wet, nothing happens to them.
Right.
Whereas this kind of, regular kiln dried lumber, if it gets wet, at some point it will start to deteriorate and or mold.
Yeah.
So
that's
why it's done.
Now, you also mentioned the last time I was visiting in this project that you were going to nail these to the concrete floor with but you haven't done that yet.
I haven't done that because I'm not sure,
Right.
if somebody tells me I can't, I don't want to have done it already. I can show you what tool. That's a nail gun. Okay, and the nails have a flange on them that goes around so they stick in here.
Okay.
You push it down and you nail it. But there's when this opens up, the 22 caliber shell that goes in there.
No kidding.
And so when you press it, it shoots the shell.
Oh my God.
Now, it will also jump up about the eye.
I was going to ask you
Put
that.
some weight on it.
Yeah.
It's fairly powerful, so there is a recoil to it.
Now, is there a necessity? I'm going to hope to be down here when you use that, but so I'm probably getting ahead of myself. Is there a necessity, for example, to stand on the board while you put the gun between your feet and nail
It
it?
depends. If the board is flat on the floor, no reason.
Okay.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
All right.
The other thing I haven't really figured out whether I'm going to or need to is the boards on the floor I may glue also.
Okay.
It's a little more difficult to do that when the pre-built walls, but
Any advantage to that, or
the
just?
advantage of that is that it keeps water on whichever side of it the water's on.
Oh,
Now, the
okay.
problem with it is when you have doors and things like that, it's totally ineffective. But on the outside wall, anything coming down foundation wall. I'd
right.
like to keep it on that side of the
Okay.
roof. And that's why I would
Okay,
will probably do
all
that.
right.
You know, and anything that goes down will end up, because of the slant, the basement
All right.
floor is always slanted. Something.
So at the moment, you're boxing this in with the intention of having a door right about here, off here somewhere?
Here's what I'm gonna do. The next steps are to complete the water closet.
Okay.
For a toilet and a sink. It'll have a door here opening out.
Right,
Okay.
right.
There'll be a vanity over there in that corner, about
Okay.
4 or 5 foot vanity. There'll be a tub here, and I have to kind of talk to the plumber to make sure we can fit it.
Right.
Because of the way this was done. And then there'll be a door, or a wall actually, somewhere in here, keeping the vent on that side so that it's in a bedroom when it's done. And the rest of this will be all bathroom space. So it'll be a large bathroom.
Yeah, it's going to be a large bathroom
Gonna
then,
be a
when you
large
get done with it,
bathroom,
yeah,
right? So the
okay.
door will be probably close to this wall here and opening around like that.
All right,
And then the water closet door will be right there, opening.
right,
again.
right, and then the tub will be back, the vanity will be back there, and a tub
Vanity
right in the
back
middle.
there. Yeah, and the idea
All
was
right.
to kind of give different places so more people could use the bathroom at a
Sure,
time.
at one time, sure, make it a little more
Right.
flexible.
So you can, shower, go,
Yeah.
and also use the vanity at the same time.
Yeah, nice.
So that's kind of the thought process here.
Okay,
The reason I did it this way in terms of this is the tolerances aren't very big. So rather than measuring things out and maybe not getting it quite right, I figured I'll build it and they will come.
Now,
I
let's-
build it and then,
let's back up a little bit now.
Okay,
You
sure.
threw a word out there that I don't know, in our video series so far, we've spent a lot of time expounding on or expanding on, which is the word tolerance and what we mean by that.
tolerance. For instance, one of the things I have to do is I have to put a wall to complete the water closet. So there's going to be one here. Now, that wall will be somewhat like that. Okay, it will go up past. Well, actually, it may just come over here. Okay, and the tub will be kind of like an alcove tub within.
Oh, right.
But I can't. I gotta be careful because you can see. I mean, here's the end of the water closet.
Uh-huh.
Here's the middle, not the
Right.
middle, but the front of the shower.
Right.
So, is there enough room to fit a tub in here?
Because that's where it's going to drain.
That's where it's going to drain, right? So
Right.
I may have to have the builder come back and channel out some concrete and move the
Yeah.
drain back a little bit.
It kind of looks like maybe yes.
Yeah, and when you do it on paper and you mark it with a pencil and everything like that, or blue tape, it's easy to ignore something or just make a mistake
Right.
and not consider what you need
Right.
to consider. So
Yeah.
I'd rather lay it out, put it in place, and
Well, there's no
Make
doubt
sure
about it. This is,
homework.
using the actual wood product that will create the walls and all the rest of that is superior to just laying out blue tape and hoping that
It sure is. Now, one little thing. I mean, I'll show you this, and I'm lucky that I don't have to do any more of this. But this is 2x6. This
Yes.
is pressure treated 2x6.
yes.
You see that the pressure treated is about 3/8 of an inch wider than the 2x6.
Yes, it is. How about that?
Now,
Now, why is that? I thought
because that's the way the boards were milled.
Okay,
So
that gets back to our tolerance topic,
That's
right?
the tolerance topic, okay? So the tolerance here, if you were to use this somewhere and put up a sheetrock wall,
Wow.
you have to now accommodate for the fact that this sticks out. So you'd have to stop your sheetrock a little higher.
Ah. Is that
So-
what you think you'll anticipate doing?
I don't have to because this wall will go to a door there, and this portion from probably around here back will be inside of the entrance to the work area. So I don't care if this, I'm not gonna finish this wall.
Oh, you're not?
Leave it open. Nope, leave it up unfinished because this will come over here, there'll be a door here to go into the workroom. So this will be workroom space.
I see. There's gonna be another wall coming out here.
Out here, it'll come to meet that wall.
Meet that wall. All
And
right.
There'll be a door that opens this way. So
Ah.
I'm better off without the sheetrock and everything. A
Okay.
little bit better access.
And the fact when you come around the corner and you see that exposed, it'll communicate to anybody that, oh, here's the workshop area. You're not in the living area yet.
Right, yeah, if you open the door by
Right.
accident and go into the water closet and you get in there, you probably figure it out pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
Might
That's
not be
right.
the water closet.
That's right. Well, you're not sure, are you, that you're going to put a door here? Because you might just come here and then walk over and get into the water closet this way.
Yes, there'll be a door, as I said, there's a wall here, okay, coming here, and between there and here, there'll be a door into the
Yes.
bathroom. There'll be a separate door into the water closet. But
Okay.
I am also going to extend this out and put a door in it on the side to make it possible to get longer materials, like, I've got flooring that's
Yes.
7 foot long, you got
Yes.
some moldings that are 12
Right,
feet long.
right.
So it's just, it would be awkward to try to get out without it kind of being at an angle, so you can kind of go through
Yeah.
that.
Now there's a question. I don't remember if we asked it before, so I'll ask it again, even if I did. What are you going to do in here for flooring?
I may very well do the same flooring that's in the rest of the house.
LVP kind of thing?
LVP, especially down the basement. LVP is entirely plastic. Water can't do anything to it.
Right.
Even the surface is fairly deep, so you don't have to worry about it scratching like
Right.
it might.
Yeah. No, it's a good product.
So it's a good product. That was glued down, and that's probably what I would end up doing.
Okay.
Only because the floor, especially in the basement, is not 100% flat. And
Sure.
If you don't glue it down, then over time you'll start getting some movement in it.
Now, is it supposed to be a floating floor design or a glued down design either
You
way?
can do it either way.
Okay.
Most LVP products you can do either way.
Okay. Okay.
And they're all floating floors upstairs on the other 2 floors,
Okay.
but they're going to be glued.
Now,
Down here.
will that be liquid nails again?
I don't know.
Oh.
Whatever they recommend.
Whatever they recommend. All right.
they recommend.
Okay. All right. So you are definitely moving along here, framing things out and
yeah.
putting pieces of wood down so you can get a realistic view and so that informs the questions you ask and answers you get.
Correct.
Okay.
And the way, just kind of weird, the little things you have to think about. There's a door going in here.
Yeah.
Now, the height of the door, when you look over here, is about 85 inches up to here.
Okay.
About 82 inches into there. The opening here, from here down, is 82 inches. So,
Right.
yeah, most likely it'll fit. I may have to shave just a little bit off the sides, the jambs of the door.
Uh-huh.
But the other thing you got to keep in mind when you're doing that is you can't put a header up, for instance. I mean, that board's going to be the board
That'll be the header.
yeah, because there's nothing else, no way else to do it. So you got to make sure that everything kind of fits. I mean, if this were down 2 or 3 inches, you'd have trouble getting a regular standard door in.
Sure.
Okay, I mean, you could put one in, and I don't know instead of being 6'8", it'd probably be, 6'4" or 3 or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Okay.
then you got a hollow door, you got a lot of work to do. So you got to think all these things out.
All of that.
And I've thought about, like I said, putting it on that side, then the doors don't have any issues.
Yeah.
You can bring them up as high as you want them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Excellent.
that's where I'm at.
Okay. Wonderful.
The
Wonderful.
rest is just slugging through the framing
Sure.
here,
Yeah.
and then I'll start putting in walls going the other.
But you're going to be waiting to get some feedback from the township or
For some things, but I can't get a permit until I have some of those answers.
Gotcha.
They will probably ask, for instance, for the pump, the sewage pump, what the model number is and stuff like that. They
Wow.
did last time I
Okay.
did one.
Is that something you have documented somewhere? You're gonna go read it right off the lid over there or something, or?
No, there's no, the builder doesn't put a pump in. I had to buy my own.
Oh, you had to buy,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, this, builders put in what they call a rough-in.
Yeah,
And,
Okay.
and you would think a rough-in would include everything you need, but it doesn't. It includes everything they put in.
right,
That's all.
okay.
For instance, the vent, everything's there. They put a vent pipe out because that goes up all the way
Right,
up to the
right,
roof. So
right.
that was nice of them. They did not stub in a discharge line off the sewer. So they asked them to do that.
They did not, though.
They did not, but now they did because
Oh.
they said, hey, it's ridiculous. And then the other thing is, because they're bathrooms, they have to be vented
Yes,
to the outside.
yes.
Okay, so, I would have liked to stub in the vent too, so that I could have used it, but I don't have one, so that's one of the things I have to figure out and have, put in,
Okay.
so.
Not a trivial project.
Not a trivial project, especially when the ceilings are finished and you haven't got access to everything.
You know, in retrospect, the fireplace project, which was a wonderful project, and I thought very informative, and you did a great job showing us how that all went together. But it's not this.
No, it's not this. This is a bigger, much bigger project.
This is
in
serious.
terms of, cost, materials, time,
Yeah.
effort. I mean, it's a lot. And I'm still working on figuring out what I'm going to do with the sheetrock, and I may end up putting chair rail everywhere. And that way I can just cut them down to chair rail height.
Oh, aren't you sneaky? That's pretty sneaky. I like it.
Just a thought.
All right, all right.
I've been looking for other products for walls, and they have them, but almost everything is sheet. 4x8 sheets, because that's what.
So when do you think the next time is I should come by to mark more progress here on this?
I mean, like I said, I'm going to do this area here, and then I'm going to do the dividing walls.
Yeah, okay.
I want to make sure everything fits, and I have all my tolerances, like you have to have so many inches in front of the toilet, so many inches in front of the vanity, so many inches in front of that vanity. So I got to make sure all those things are considered, and then once I know that that's okay, and it kind of tack up all the walls, then I'll be ready to.
Well, I'll come back and annoy you with some regularity so I can watch the progress here and see the thing begin to come to life. But this is good progress. It's a great start.
It's a start.
Yeah. All right.
Lot to do. All right.
We'll see you then.
We'll see you, Lane.